your win last night, if you're a Nationals fan and you're thinking about the future, you had Josiah Gray pitching fantastic, which he's done throughout most of the season so far, and K-Bear Ruiz going yard. You got to, be optimistic about the future, at least with those two guys.
Yeah, those are the, two of the guys that, we're going to count on to be, part of that next, championship run. And, I think they're both young, exciting players that have a lot of upside and personality. And I think they're just good for the city and good for the game. And obviously it's going to be dictated on how well they play, but I think they have the talent and the skill level to do it. And I think they have the instincts to be championship caliber players. And, I just think they're really, both of them are scratching the surface, and, they're good young players with a chance to be much better. And a good win last night. I thought it was a very professional game. We played good, clean baseball and got some timely hits, and Gray and Thompson were, outstanding against, that's a hell of a lineup that you have to navigate against, and they did it well.
9 strikeouts for JoJo. Over 6. I mean, like you said, it's a good lineup with Alonso and Marte and Lindor and Nimmo. I mean, that's impressive, man. And the last 4 starts, and you know this, I'm not telling you anything you don't know, 22 and 2/3 innings. He's allowed 4 earned runs in his last 4 starts. His ERA down under 3. Very impressive.
Yes, he's thrown the ball extremely well. Kind of building off of last year where, he got through the full season, and, we kind of, went into the off season with a game plan. It didn't take a baseball genius to figure out, you can't lead the league in walks and home runs allowed and survive in the league. So we had to really come to terms with those 2 aspects of his game and improve on those. And he worked really hard in the off season, and he and Hickey and Ricky Bonus did a nice job. With some adjustments to his delivery and some tweaks to his repertoire, and I think that I think he's taking the next step in his development, and I think there's still more to come.
Mike, how can a guy who's in the majors, obviously at 25, he's been there for a few years in Gray. He played his college baseball at Lemoyne College, which is a small private school up in Syracuse.
Very good in lacrosse.
How does that guy fall through the cracks where that's the only school that's going to give him a chance?
Well, I think everybody's story is different. I think first of all, when you live up in the in the cold weather country, if you will, I was from Chicago my whole life, and you play very little high school baseball, so the scouts and the college recruiters, they're counting on travel teams and summer ball and that type of thing. Whereas, when you're playing, baseball almost 12 months a year, not like you are in the southern part of the country, there's much more exposure to you. So I think a lot of those guys you see develop later because they've played, a lot less games and they have a lot less, baseball experience than the warm weather guys. And I think that has a lot to say about how their development curve goes. And like I've always said, you've heard me say it before, is, everyone develops at their own pace. And I think that being someone from the cold weather climate, I think that you have to be a little bit more patient with them because they're a little bit behind because they just can't get out and play, like the guys from Florida, Texas, and California can.
Did he play other sports in high school? I assume he did.
Yeah, he was, one of those athletes, in his high school that did everything, and you could just see the way he moves around on the mound. He's a terrific athlete on the mound, and he's got quick feet, light feet, and a guy that feels his position very, very well.
Hey, Mike, I wanted to ask you a question. Buddy sent me a direct message and said, ask Mike if I'm sure you're aware, but what your thoughts are. The CBA has a rule that says no team that has 2 consecutive top 6 picks are eligible to pick above 10th in that 3rd year. So if you guys struggle this year because you picked 5th, last year, you have the 2nd this year, you could pick no higher than 10th. What's your take on that rule?
Yeah, that's the tanking rule they put in with the new CBA. I've got no issues with it, no problem with it, and hopefully we're not in that category. And we win enough games where we can, we pick late in the draft again. That's our goal. The goal is never to pick one; it's always to pick 30th in the draft. And
right.
But when you do pick up in the draft, you got to make the most of it. And I think that MLB has put in place some stuff that is going to reward or dissuade people from losing a lot of games or trying to win games.
And then they've got the draft lottery as well, right? 16.5% for the top three.
Correct. Exactly. Same as last year.
Same as last year, right? So I was going to ask you about. So Mackenzie Gore goes to tonight, and Gray had 28 starts last year and 12 the year before. So I assume Gray is scheduled to go like a full season. Is there an innings count on Mackenzie Gore this year based on just the work he's put in the last couple of years?
There's nothing on paper about an innings limit, if that's what you're talking about.
Right.
Innings limit on Mackenzie. We're going to try and get him through the season as we did JoJo last year. We got him through a full season. That's the next step in their progression, I feel, because it's such a long season. If you can get your 28 to 31 starts, that's a real developmental coup. And I think that's the next step in your progression as a pitcher. So we're going to do everything we can to get Mackenzie through this season healthy and finish the season strong.
Talking to Mike Rizzo, Nats GM and president of baseball operations, somebody emailed me today and said, ask him about Darren Baker. So that is Dusty Baker's son. I believe he's playing AAA ball for you guys now.
Yeah, he's at AAA Rochester. He's have a really strong start. He's a really good player. Got great instincts for the game. He obviously knows the game inside and out, and been coached very well over his lifetime by his dad, one of the greats that's ever been involved in the game. So, but he's got a skill set of his own. He's his own man. He plays the middle of the field. He plays second base, and we've got him some reps in center field and left-handed bat with some speed. And he's a terrific contact hitter. Handles the barrel of the bat well. Can really move the ball around the infield. Is very good at hit and run, and that type of thing. He really controls the barrel of the bat. He's a wonderful person, wonderful kid, and going to help us at the big league level.
How's my man James Wood doing?
James Wood is doing great. Came out of the gates smoking, tailed off a little bit, but he's right where we want him to be in his progression. He's got a chance to be a really good player for us, along with a lot of other guys that have had quick starts coming out of the gate this year.
He's playing at Wilmington. Is that A or double A?
High A.
That's high A. Yeah.
Okay. And is that Wilmington? I assume that's Wilmington, Delaware.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
By the way, Mike, how much better is it for you that your AAA affiliate is no longer in Fresno like it was in 19 and 20? Like, you actually have geographically make sense affiliates. Like, your AAA affiliate is in Rochester. That's close. It's doable. Guys can hop on a bus or a car or a quick flight. You couldn't have done that in 19 and 20 when your AAA was in Fresno.
No, exactly. It was very detrimental to development. I mean, it took 2 days to get a player from the West Coast to DC, and now it takes about 4 or 5 hours. So yeah, it's a great coup. We have a great relationship with those people up there. The Rochester people are awesome, and it's a really good marriage between us and them, and they take really good care of the players.
I hate to ask you, Mike, but I'm just kind of curious. Is there any update on Strauss? Like, is there any chance that he can try to throw again?
Any positives?
Anything good?
There's no change in his diagnosis for now. He works out with a physical therapist every day when we're on the road, and when we're at home, he's in the ballpark working out with our training staff.
Oh, so you see him all the time? Okay.
He's around. Yes, he is. He is around. When we're at home, he's around every day.
Okay.
And when we're on the road, he works out with our physical therapist every day. So, he's trying to work his way back, and And that's the way we're going to keep it. We're going to make sure that he's got every avenue that he can for him to get better and see where he's at periodically through the season.
Is it like nerve pain essentially is what's holding him back at this point?
Yeah, and it's just a conglomerate of the injuries over the years, and then you throw in the new thoracic outlet injury, and just has taken a large toll all over the course of the right side of his body. So he's just trying to strengthen and strengthen and stretch and be more flexible and stronger on that side of the body. But it's a slow, painstaking rehabilitation.